Hello student, I am Sandeep Kumar Sinha. Welcome back once again to my channel. Today I will explain the concept of aggregate supply. Let's start with the simple meaning of aggregate supply. Aggregate means total, supply means quantity of goods and services. Which it simply means that the aggregate supply is equal to the total planned output in the economy at the prevailing price level during a given period of time. Means it is the total planned output. What is aggregate supply? In simple term, it is total planned output. It simply means that it is the sum total of quantities of all the goods and services that the producers plan to produce. That is the planned output, means what they plan to produce at the prevailing price level in the economy during the given period of time. That is simple aggregate supply. And whenever it is expressed in money terms, what is aggregate supply? It is the money value of total planned output. That is money value of planned output available for purchase by the economy at the prevailing price level during a given period of time. That is aggregate supply. And how can we calculate the money value of the total planned output? Getting the sum total of factor payments made by the producers to produce that level of output. Means it is equal to the sum total of factor payments made by the producers to produce that level of output. And how this can be calculated? What are the factor payments made by the producers to produce that level of output? That is the rent, interest, wages and salaries, profit, etc. Means all sum total of all these. We know that sum total of factor payments made by the producers at the national level is equal to national income, and therefore aggregate supply may be said to be equivalent to national income. That is Y, denoted by the symbol Y. Means AS is equal to Y. And we know that a major portion of income is spent on consumption and the remaining part of that income is saved. That is Y is equal to C plus S. Total income is the sum total of consumption expenditure and savings. That is AS is equal to C plus S. But the aggregate supply is the sum total of total consumption expenditure and the savings in the economy. And with this respect, we can say that the two components of aggregate supply are consumption expenditure and the savings. Okay? And since the total income is equal to total expenditure made in the economy, that is sum total of consumption and saving, whatever be the amount that is spent, both are equal, and therefore we can say that aggregate supply curve is a straight line starting from the origin, sloping upwards, that is having a positive slope. That is the aggregate supply simple curve with respect to the total expenditure. Now, so far as relationship between aggregate supply and price level is concerned, there are two different concepts. One is the classical view, another one is the Keynesian view. According to the classical economist, an economy always operates at the level of full employment, and the changes in the price level is not having any effect or impact on the total output in the economy. And that's why aggregate supply is perfectly inelastic with respect to the price level. And since the economy is operating at the level of full employment, there is the maximum productive capacity and the output will remain constant at the level of output, that is OQ. Output cannot be increased because there is full employment in the economy, and as such the aggregate supply curve is a vertical line parallel to the y-axis, that is price axis. But so far as Keynesian view is concerned, Keynesian theory started during the great year of depression, and according to Keynes, because of the availability of idle resources in the economy, output increases without any increase in the price level, and therefore aggregate supply curve is a straight line parallel to this output axis. That is, aggregate supply is perfectly elastic with respect to the price level. And this theory is based upon two assumptions. One is the wage price rigidity and another one is the marginal productivity of labor remaining constant. So because of the wage price rigidity in the market and the constant marginal productivity of labor, during those years output will go on increasing without any increase in the price level, and therefore it is a straight line parallel to the output axis, that is, it is perfectly elastic with respect to the price level till full employment, and once the full employment is reached, then it will become perfectly inelastic. Now combining these two concepts, then we have this concept. This is the Keynesian curve, that is aggregate supply given by the Keynes, and this is the classical view, vertical line parallel to y-axis. Now as output goes on increasing, जैसे जैसे output बढ़ता जाता है near to this full employment, this is not the full employment level, this is the full employment level, that is the OQ. As the economy approaches towards the full employment level, and therefore cost goes on increasing, and therefore output increases, but not without any increase in the price level. Price level also goes on increasing. This curve will take this a curved line. This is the range called as intermediate range in between the Keynesian and classical's view. This is a straight line, that is horizontal straight line parallel to output axis, and the classical is the straight line, vertical line parallel to, that is y-axis, that is price level axis, and in between the two this range is called as intermediate range, where the output increases and the price level also increases. This is the short run average supply curve, which is the symbol of this shape. This is the shape of this short run average supply curve. Means aggregate supply curve हमारा कैसा, ये short period में ऐसा हो, that is a curved line sloping upwards, and this is a long run average supply curve, vertical line, that is aggregate supply curve is a vertical line parallel to the y-axis, that is price level axis. So that is all about the concept of aggregate supply, simple meaning, components, and the relationship with the respect to the price level. See you again in the next video with a new topic. Till then, keep watching and keep on learning. Thank you very much.